Hello, SS1 Commerce students, you are welcome to class. In today's lesson, we are going to be treating sole proprietorship under business organizations. And by the end of the lesson, you should be able to define sole proprietorship. You should be able to state the features of sole proprietorship. You should be able to state the source of capital for sole proprietorship. You should be able to state the advantages and the disadvantages of sole proprietorship. So let's move on to the lesson. Sole proprietorship. Firstly, a business organization is an entity that carries on production activities or creation of services for profit-making purposes. The organization that carries on the production of goods or the provision of services for the purpose of making profit is referred to as a business organization. Now, basically, we have two forms of business organizations. We have private and public business organizations. Under private business organizations, we have sole proprietorship, partnership, cooperative society, private limited company, and public limited company. And under public business organization, you have the public enterprise. Now, what is a sole proprietorship? A sole proprietorship is a business organization that is owned, financed, and managed by one person for the purpose of making profit. What are the features of a sole proprietorship? One, it is owned and controlled by one person. Funds for the organization are provided by the sole proprietor. It is not a legal entity, that is, it cannot sue or it cannot be sued in its own name. Four, the liabilities of a sole proprietorship business is unlimited. That is, in the event of the folding up of the organization, its liability can extend towards the private properties of the owners. The lifespan of the business ends at the death of the sole proprietor, and we said that it is managed by the sole proprietor. What are the sources of capital available to a sole proprietor? One is personal savings. The savings in which he is able to accumulate over time is part of his source of capital. Two, loans from friends. Friends can give out loans to the sole proprietor to establish his business. Three, loans from the bank or bank overdraft. Now, he can take loan from a bank or he can take an overdraft. We said previously that an overdraft is an amount of money that is withdrawn over and above the amount that is within a current account. A current account holder can withdraw more than the amount that he has in his account, and that is referred to as an overdraft. Then the last one is grants and aids from the government. What are the advantages of a sole proprietorship business? One, it requires little capital to establish. For you to establish a sole proprietorship business, you require just little amount of capital to do so. Two, it is very easy to establish. To establish sole proprietorship business, you don't need to go through any form of formality. It could be established at anywhere and at any time. Three, quick decision-making process. For decision to be made, it only requires the acknowledgement of the sole proprietor. That is, only the sole proprietor has the prerogative to take decisions. Four, it is easy to manage. Five, it requires a small scale of operation. And lastly, all profit of the sole proprietorship business belongs to the sole proprietor. So he gains the profit alone and also accumulates the loss alone. Let's go to the disadvantages. One, the major disadvantage of a sole proprietorship business is that it lacks adequate continuity. That is, the ability of a sole proprietorship business to continue is quite limited. Two, there is inadequate capital that can be raised for the business. The ability of sole proprietors to approach banks for loan is quite limited, and that somehow affects the efficiency of a sole proprietorship business. Three, it bears all of the risk alone. That is, all the risk that is associated with the business is borne by the sole proprietor. Then it has unlimited liability. I said unlimited liability means unlimited risk, which means the properties of the sole proprietor can be sold in the event of liquidity of the business. Then the last liquidation of the business rather. Then the last one is that it is not a legal entity. It cannot be sued, neither can it sue in its own name. So we've come to the end of the class. If you have questions, please post in the question and answer section, and have a nice day. Thank you.